Good evening, gamers slash bakers. Tonight we're going to be making Isaac Clarkes, not just any kind of Isaac Clarkes, gingerbread Isaac Clarkes. They're going to be special. They're really easy and they're a really fun Halloween treat. So let's get to it. Ugh. That is typical, isn't it? You come into use a kitchen and the last person's left it in a bloody mess. What you're going to want is 350 grams of plain flour. That's right, plain flour, not self-raising, who'd have thought. 2 teaspoons of ground ginger, 170 grams of brown sugar, 100 grams of butter. I'm using real butter this time, not just Flora. Amazing. 1 beautiful egg, 4 tablespoons of golden syrup, 4 tablespoons of golden syrup. This is a lot, Jesus. And 1 teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda. Ew, what the... Ew. Okay, so after you've got all your ingredients together, you'll want to... What the hell? Oh, for heaven's sake. People could at least wash up after they eat a fucking meal. Anyway, the next thing you want to do, as I was about to say, is you want to turn your oven on. So let's preheat the oven. Boop, gas mark 5 should just about do it. First thing you want to do is take your flour, your soda, and your ginger, and sift it all into one big bowl. Pretty. Ginger, 2 teaspoons. Oh. 7 the ginger, and then the teaspoon of the bicarbonate of soda. Mix those all together without making a mess. Next thing we're going to do is take our butter and we're going to mix it in with our fingers into the floury spicy mix, and it's going to become like a kind of crumbly breadcrumby mixture. Alright? This process is like really weird. Like, it feels really soft and strange. Like the softness of the butter and the gentle feel of the flour and everything. It's like pinching a chinchilla's face. There we go, it should turn out something like that. So the next thing you want to do is put in your brown sugar. We're going to mix that in nice and good. Brown sugar can be kind of clumpy, so make sure you give it a good stab. Next you want your 4 tablespoons of golden syrup. This is going to be intense. Da, 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 da. Bloop. Get in there. 4 spoons. Bloody hell. Just going to mix that in a little bit. And then a lovely egg. Now with all that mixed up, this should turn into dough now, so just keep mixing. Now, once you've mixed it up, what makes it really easy to make it into lumps of dough is if you take your hand, yeah, you might have put it down somewhere, take your hand and then like push the dough together, you know? This is a really great way of getting all the crumbs to stick together. I'm not going to use all the dough at once because there's a lot of it, so I'm just going to take this one clump and start making Isaac Clarkes from there. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is roll out our dough. So get your cookie board, dust it with a little bit of flour so that your dough doesn't stick down to it. Take your rolling pin and then take a nice big clump of dough. Now, start kneading it. That means you push all the air out of it so there's no creases. You don't want any air in it because when you bake it, you want it to be as smooth as possible. If there's too much air in it, there's probably going to be cracks and stuff when you take it out of the oven. Now roll it! Ah, this is a good mix. Nice and flat. You want it to be about 5 millimeters thick. I got these wicked cookie cutter shapes from my friend for my birthday. How kind is that? You see, that is the definition of perfection. Let's see. Ah, very dramatic. Look at that. So you just keep doing that until you've used up all your dough. Next thing you're going to want to do is to grease some trays. like in the Animal Crossing fudge tutorial. Take some butter, grease it, get it all over there. Take your bacon roll, flatten out your bacon roll inside there. There we go. We've got a lovely assortment of shapes here. Here's some ones I got a little bit creative with. Got some monsters in there. You can create their teeth pretty simply just by cutting out shapes with the knives. Yeah! And that one's got a little plasma cutter too. Okay, so once you've got all your Isaacs ready, once you've got all your monsters ready, you can put them in the oven. And you want to leave them in there for... There they go. Burn, baby. So you're going to want to leave them in there for about 10-15 minutes. And while those are baking, we're going to get ready to decorate, which means icing sugar. I really don't think we're going to need a lot of icing sugar because we're just going to be doing some lines on biscuits, really. So I'm just going to take a spoonful of butter. And then I'm going to gradually add icing sugar and then mix it in until I'm satisfied with the taste of it. It's really hard using a dessert spoon to stir something in a little mug, so let's switch. Yeah? Yeah. That's looking pretty good. I'm just going to add some red to that now. Yeah. Yeah. So I've got pink icing for the necromorphs. I've got green icing for Isaac Clarke's helmet. I've got white chocolate buttons to use as like teeth and kind of whiter parts like ribs, bones sticking out. They could be useful. I've got the handy chocolate squeezy things as per usual. But if you want to make really good Isaac Clarke's, I highly recommend you get these fudge bars. I'm sure they have an equivalent in other countries, but yeah, these are super cheap and they are super duper handy for doing Isaac Clarke's armour because they slice really well and everything. I'll show you soon. I think our monsters are going to be ready now. Oh, these look so good. Oh, they smell a bit. Oh, hello! Yeah, hi! Do you always eat your meals like half eaten by the sink? Because this isn't on. No, don't give me that look! This is a shared environment, you cock section! Jesus! Some fucking people, alright? You don't even know what... You know what? Forget it. Forget it. Oh my god, that guy pisses me off. Anyway, when you've taken them out, you can put them on a wire rack to cool. These are the 3 biscuits I'm going to be icing in the video, starting with Isaac, of course. For this process I'm going to use the cutest knife I've got. Now, firstly, what I like to make are Isaac's little gloves. And we just chop the end of the fudge off there, and then we'll use the caramel to stick it on. As you can see, the inside of the fudge bar is this nice yellow colour which matches Isaac's suit pretty well. That's why we're using it. And the next thing we're going to do is cut little strips out of it. Now we're going to be making like the shoulder padding to Isaac's suit. We want to turn it on the side. We want to cut it just like that. And then you take these pieces and then you use them as the ridges on Isaac's shoulders. And that's what that looks like. We're going to take the same approach to make Isaac's midsection. We're going to take one of these little cup shapes and we're going to cut a tiny little dip in the top. This is going to be like his information hologram innator thing that he has on the front of his chest. Dick. He also has those kind of ridges that he has on his arm on the side of his body, so just underneath his arms he's got a few of these ridges as well. I don't know if you can tell, but the bottom of this fudge has a cool pattern. It looks like stamped metal of some kind, so we're going to use the bottom of it this time. So his midsection is now complete. Yeah! His little shoes are just the same as one of his gloves. I like making the long bits of his trousers, so if you cut out a big section of fudge, cut the whole slice there. So you've got a kind of flat underside slice, and then you can use that as his trousers. Brilliant! He's got trousers. He's ready for action. Oh, wait, no he's not. We've still got to do his face. Ugh, this is my most dreaded part of the entire process. sticking the icing in here. It's such a bit. This is just so fucking gooey, I hate it. It gets stuck to, oh, it gets all your fingers and it gets all stuck, and then when you push it down, it comes through the bag. Complain. I live with my parents, complain. I think that's enough. This is just 3 simple lines. If I fuck this up, I hereby announce myself a non-cook. I'm just a dumbass in a kitchen. You see what I've done? You do a complete line and a dodgy line with just 3 blobs and then another complete line. This is because on his helmet he's got some kind of metal bits going between the lines on the middle row. That's why I've left it like that. Oh, I almost forgot his hologram thing. You just want to kind of do a thickish blob above the little bit where his hologram thingy is. I know everything about this game. Hologram thingy, blobby bit. Ta-da! Oh my god. Does that look like a gun? I think it looks more like a broken piece of Lego, but what are you gonna do? Anyway, yeah. One more or less complete Isaac Clarke. Oh my god, he looks amazing. I wanna gobble him up. Although, would that make me a necromorph if I gobbled up Isaac Clarke? Gosh. This is getting deep. And now we're going to try our hand at the necromorphs. I think these are going to be good. Okay, we got our pink icing in our icing piper, or whatever it's called. Take it back. What makes it look really nice and meaty is if there's lots of pink lines, because it looks like there's lots of different fleshy layers, which is really, really appetizing. Looking pretty fabulous so far. Next I'll do his teeth. Take our white chocolate button to do the teeth, use the cute knife to cut it, and just make kind of shards out of that. There's our baby's crazy teeth. I think he's gonna need braces when he's older. Aha! How to do a necromorph's eye is quite simple. You just make a big chocolatey circle, and then you get a little tiny bit of white, and you kind of make it a bit circular with the warmth of your fingers, and then you put it in the middle. There's creepy baby necromorph. Now to do mummy. Happy, happy family. Okay, I'm gonna stop now. They look pretty fierce, don't they? Well, that's how you make Dead Space Gingerbread Man. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh yeah, there's this website called Edmonton Gamers, a link to which I will put down in the information bar. It's a website that's dedicated to video gaming tournaments, so like hardcore gamers and casual gamers can come together and virtually smack the shit out of each other and get chummy over video gaming in general, which is a mission statement that I can thoroughly get behind, so check them out. There's one more thing. I don't really know what I want to do for my next video. Like, I got a few ideas. I thought I might do a Zelda video again, but I've already done a Zelda video this year. I'm not exactly sure if you guys would be against me doing another Zelda video, but I don't know. So if you've got any preferences, let me know in the comments. And that video will be up hopefully around about Christmas, you know, assuming that I don't drown in coursework before then. So yeah, until next time, ciao.